Hurricane Patricia was billed as the strongest storm ever recorded in the Western Hemisphere. The storm made landfall on Mexico's Pacific coast yesterday, but it surprisingly did little damage. Still, Mexican authorities were taking no chances, and more than 15,000 tourists were moved to shelters. The remnants of the storm have moved to Guadalajara, and that's where we find our Aarti poll tonight. Aarti?
Robin, this city became a safe haven for tourists scrambling to escape Mexico's Pacific coast ahead of Hurricane Patricia making landfall. Tonight, the hurricane has been downgraded to a tropical depression. Now the concern is torrential rains that could trigger landslides and flooding. Blowing through Mexico's coastal cities, Patricia made landfall near Manzanillo with winds whipping up to 325 kilometers an hour, escalating to Category 5 status in 30 hours, the worst hurricane ever recorded in the region. Today, the damage done more clear. Downed power lines, residents trapped. Moisture brought in by Patricia poured down. The water damaged the mattresses, the refrigerator, everything, she says. Hotels were evacuated, sending guests to shelters. Bustling tourist areas turned into ghost towns. An estimated 500 Canadians were registered in Jalisco, the state where the Category 5 hurricane made landfall. But it's estimated 2,000 Canadians are in the area. These American tourists are relieved they're on their way out.
No places were open. Everyone was packing up, boarding up. It was kind of scary.
Canadian and American tourists were shuttled out of resorts in Puerto Vallarta to Guadalajara's airport, an attempt to escape Patricia's wrath.
And then the winds were starting to increase. You sort of felt like, you're just trying to stay ahead of it.
Jackie Girdler finally flies out of Mexico tonight, but not without the scare of a lifetime.
It was very frightening, really frightening. Never been through anything like that again, and don't want to do it again.
This morning, Mexico's president acknowledged the damage is thankfully much less than was expected. But he says we still can't lower our guard. We're expecting increased rainfall. A total of 300 millimeters of rain could fall in some coastal cities. That water could trigger landslides and flash flooding. Authorities are relieved the destruction was not as great as expected. Still, search and rescue crews continue to scour areas hardest hit. Robin?
Aarti poll in Guadalajara tonight. Thanks, Aarti.